Hello and welcome back to our brutkasten studio. Today we take a look inside UNIQA Insurance Group. It's all about how our organization is making collaboration and innovation part of everyday work. At UNIQA, they call this concept commUNIties. So what is it all about and what differences do they make inside and outside of UNIQA? Let me introduce you to my guest for today. We have Cristina Anculescu. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good morning.
You're head of Group Talent Acquisition and Development Experience at UNIQA.
Yes.
And welcome Simon Prior.
Hi.
Head of Transformation and commUNIties at UNIQA. So guys, what is your role at commUNIties?
I'm actually part of the people community and I have the enabler role to be a chapter lead there.
I'm part of the transformation community and I'm an orchestrator.
Perfect. So if you guys are ready, let's dive into the talk. So the strategy UNIQA 3.0 Growing Impact focuses strongly on collaboration, innovation and people, specifically on its employees. And commUNIties seem to bring all of this together. Cristina, what are commUNIties exactly?
Well, commUNIties are really a very nice concept, I would say, where we bring together people from different geographies, different departments, different areas, and they are working together on real business issues, challenges. And I would say, imagine this as a very strong network of experts from within the organization that have common skills, or they want to develop those skills. So this is the platform where they can come together. And what I would also add is that this is a voluntary action. So people are participating on a voluntary basis and they are coming here driven by high motivation to solve these challenges that we face in the business environment and for our clients.
But what makes commUNIties more than just, an internal network?
Correct. Well, I would say that what makes us unique, it's more the strategic focus of commUNIties, because we have this strategic purpose. We are working on initiatives that are important for the business. And I would say the second part that makes us unique is the diversity that we have within the commUNIties. And I'm not referring only to diversity of gender, to diversity of nationalities but also the diversity of skills that we have in our communities. And this truly makes us special. On top of that, collaborating across countries really makes the difference, and having this very strategic direction in which people are working.
But let's go back, like Simon, why did UNIQA build commUNIties back then in 2021?
Now, if you remember, 2021, there was one, let's say, event which affected all of us, was COVID. So we at UNIQA thought, how can we be an adaptive organization to overcome such disruption? And the second topic was that UNIQA acquired AXA in Poland, Czech Republic and Slovakia 2020, and there were a lot of skills available, talents, and how to retain this talent and how to transfer the skills across the whole organization. So UNIQA started to test this with this community concept with 4 communities, and evolved in the recent years. And the last year decided also to expand that a number of communities. So we have now 13 communities as well through the whole organization.
And how are the communities structured?
Well, there are key enablers. So we have 3 roles. First, the orchestrator, who is responsible for the vision of the community, the focus area, and the engagement. So maintaining that there is a regular exchange happening within the community. Yeah. He's supported by chapter leads, which are subtopic owners, and often also drive certain use cases with business needs. And we have the members, and Cristina already mentioned this is on voluntary base, and they are encouraged to participate actively, and there are different formats and initiatives we provide to them. So you can imagine it's like a pyramid. So you have the foundation, which is more the engagement part and the support platform, so people can share their experience, their know-how. Then on the next layer, we have the use cases. So this is a bottom-up approach where challenges or pain points are coming up, and colleagues and the community members are looking for a solution together, jointly, and work on this. And the peak of the pyramid is the participation in key strategic initiatives. So this is these are defined outside the community itself. So the group executive board often also decides which direction this initiatives goes. It could be in a growth direction, profit, or in infrastructure, and the idea is to leverage the skills also from the communities and open up also the possibility for talents to contribute to those.
Yeah, and what kind of results can come out of like a community?
Well, let me give you an example from one use case. So one use case I think is quite tangible is from the operations community. So they have chapter customer service, and one of the common goals is to increase the adoption of self-service in the customer platforms, but also the automation aspect. So there are many processes, and there are automation opportunities. So how they started is, you have to imagine we are in 12 countries working together to come up first with a common North Star. So what could be the customer service of the future look like? What are the key enablers and parameters we have to think of? What are, which customer group should use which channel, or can we use channel, which products and which technologies are driven? So that was the first step. Build on that, the follow-up use case was to create for each of the countries an individual heat map. So where are the impediments? So they have first created a common language, and then where are pain points, or where do we see challenges? And also discussed it then quite openly, and they had a common language to find solutions, to learn from other countries as well. The next step was then, how can we promote, what are promotion strategies for the customer portal adoption? And they're currently working on this, and also here leverage the experience and come up with a common, or with potential solutions how to overcome this obstacle.
Yeah, but you know, how do you make sure that from something that started as an idea really gets to something that does like a real impact?
Well, I would say by design of the community framework. First of all, with this bottom-up approach, we have one of the key principles is voluntary base. So you see colleagues where they have passion and energy, they dedicate time to. So it's also limited time. So they will dedicate the time where they can create impact and where they have a challenge or a pain point, or where they see progress. So this is one part. But we have also with the orchestrators kind of a sanity check that is aligned with UNIQA strategy. So that this is also a balance between what comes up and what is defined from top.
Yeah.
And I would say also what another enabler or driver is that we encourage everyone to be transparent.
Okay.
So that that we know what happened within the community, but also outside the communities. And here we leverage also certain tools. And together with group people, we designed also the whole process to reduce the administrative burden.
Yeah. Basically, we put in place in the community to enable the communities, we introduce a talent intelligence platform, Navi. This is our internal marketing name. And the whole idea of Navi is to be able to assess the skills of the people within the communities and how those skills are evolving over time, because they are basically contributing and growing their skills through the communities. And in communities, we have learning opportunities communities, you are learning from other experts from other countries. So this is one thing that the Talent Intelligence platform does. It's basically monitoring the skills of our people and how they are evolving over time. But also within the design, we thought, how can we support the communities? Because they had the pain point of administrating pretty much everything manually. So through the Navi, we are able to offer the orchestrator and the chapter leads the platform where they can administrate the community members, also track their engagement in use cases, in key SIs. The key SIs and the use cases are published, and they are visible currently to the community members, but this platform we are aiming to bring into the entire organization, and therefore that would be also a platform for the key SI and the use cases to be visible not only to community members, but to entire organization, and in this way even grow further our communities and bringing more members in, because it's, you know, EI also based, and it's coming with recommendation for people to participate in a use case or a KSI, or to join a community because they want to grow a certain skill.
Yeah, Cristina, maybe can you tell what changes have you seen inside of the teams already since commUNITIES has started?
I think it's an important culture shift towards empowerment, first of all. And we talked about, you know, ownership, you need to come with initiatives. So this is quite a lot. Also, we broke the barriers of a country. Because imagine that in a community, you have people that are from all our geographies, 14 countries, and we have more entities than 14, actually. So all of these people are able to join freely this, because it's on a voluntary basis, as we said, and suddenly this country barrier disappeared. There is no longer a steep competition between countries, rather they are here and they are bringing together things, working together. So the collaborative aspect is very, very strong. The third one, I would say, it's learning. So we have a continuous people are learning continuously in communities, and this learning, they are bringing it to their countries. And this is the beauty, because you learn something here in the communities, but this learning goes with you in your department, in your local entity, and in this way you are also impacting a larger organization than the current members that we have. So it's really, really tremendous from that perspective. And last but not least, and I will really not take this for granted, is the psychological safety that community offers, because it's a place of empowerment. So there are no hierarchies here, even though we are called orchestrator or chapter leads. This is not a big deal in the end, because we are not formal leaders. We are here to enable the others in our roles as a community orchestrator or chapter leads. So basically, the members don't feel the pressure of, you know, hierarchy within the communities. And also, we are saying it's okay to fail. So it's okay not to have an outcome in a use case in the end, because the outcome will be that we are learning from it and we can be better out of it. So communities really are built on trust, and we are able to foster this trust within the community members, and they are comfortable also when they don't get where they should get, for instance, in a use case. And I think, Simon, we really encourage also to abandon certain things, right?
Yeah. That's also one of the key principles.
Yeah.
So apply a new way of working methods, short iterations, also stop if there's no impact or you cannot foresee any results. Transparency, also feedback loop. It's not only that we share information, it's also that we encourage people to give feedback afterwards if they applied it. Also, if somebody has a certain learning or training, that they also share this then within the group.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of UNIQA's brand promise, right? It's
correct.
Living better together.
Absolutely. What I just want to add on is the whole idea of culture is that in the end we are moving away from a very traditional and hierarchical organization to a more skill-based, agile organization, innovative, why not, and more human in the end. So this is our credo really in the communities.
Yeah. How does commUNITIES, this initiative, make this brand promise living better together real inside of the company?
I think we talked a lot, so this is the living proof that living better together is a good concept, and it's lived by the communities, because in the communities we are learning together, we are working together cross countries, we are innovating together, we are bringing better solution for our customers, and all is together. And I will say that we are not only bringing this within the organization, but also outside, because the majority of our initiatives, use cases, are for us a target to serve better our clients, and we are improving the experience of our clients through the initiatives that we are driving in the communities.
Mm-hmm. Simon, what impact did you see so far with communities?
Well, in the last 16 months, I would say we had achieved quite a lot. On the one hand, we improved processes, made also contributed into growth initiatives, and also provided, let's say, upskilling opportunities and bringing the organization to the next level in regards to learning. So we had more than 80 training sessions within the communities. Even the communities developed their own training content where we still had a gap. So the community self-initiative and developed dedicated training on that. I think also what we can say, we enabled the communities to do kind of a testbed for many things we want to try out as an organization. As Navi, we are the test users of this talent intelligence platform. Also the UNIQA University, the learning management system, which is currently implemented. And as I said, we developed first contents and tried out first in a safe space and in the community environment. Hopefully, and probably also then share it across the whole organization.
Yeah. Cristina, is it about like not only talking about innovation, but like actually doing it?
Absolutely. Every company puts this innovation as a strategic pillar of their direction, I would say. But what we do at UNIQA, it's we enable this innovation to foster, to grow. And you have the example. So the innovation is coming bottom up with these use cases that people are coming as a result of a need of a business in their local entities, and they find out afterwards that maybe it's the same problem in another business entity. So this is one, but also is this well balanced with the top-down approach where we still have a clear direction. So we balance very well this top-down and bottom-up, and our people are bringing the innovation to life. And innovation doesn't need to be something very big. It can be small things that we are coming with and we are developing. And why not? I think that communities are in itself an innovation.
It's in the DNA.
Definitely.
Simon, what can other companies or organizations learn from UNIQA's approach?
Well, I would say the embrace this cross-functional collaboration is a good thing, and also applying new ways of working. But it's not easy. It takes time, and you cannot just copy our framework and then expect results. You should take also the situation you are in into consideration, but also the cultural aspect. What worked well for us were first sponsorship. So we had from the beginning very strong sponsorship from the group executive board, but also from the local management. So this is really key, so that the colleagues know that this is embraced and this is the way forward. Then we had also there were taking certain investments. So we had dedicated resources to enable this framework, to govern it, and also to allow, for example, each community to meet in person once a year. So this is also not a given thing, so that where you can really build trust in person meetings. I think that's what we saw also as a key enabler. Also allowing the the commUNITIES to get inspiration from external companies, startups, and to give them certain freedom. Third topic I would say was also relevant for our success is to have a proper governance. On the one hand, to clear guardrails, where we should head to, but also give them freedom within the guardrails, so that new ideas, new approaches can emerge, and not everything is dictated. So I think that's also a key aspect which you should consider. And the last aspect, we touched on that, is also to have proper tools to remove the administration burden, and also to enable proper communication and provide transparency. I think that's also key, to have clear view what kind of skills, what kind of initiatives are happening, where do we have challenges, and how can colleagues learn from the experience and the know-how, not that they have to reinvent it.
And I think also the technology is removing certain barriers, because sometimes it's very hard to communicate to 14,000 employees. And this was really important to have this sort of constant support, I would say, from the leadership, and the leadership mindset that is required in order to build such transparency, and for countries basically to give their resources for a greater good. And this is really tremendous leadership, I would say, and without it, I probably will not be here.
Very interesting, guys. So we have learned and heard a lot about why UNIQA's commUNITIES is just more than an internal network, right? So it's a real example of how collaboration can drive innovation and cultural change inside of a company. So Cristina and Simon, thank you so much for your insight. It was very interesting.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. And also to you guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.